Since its inception in 1925, the Middle Atlantic PGA has emerged as one of the largest and most influential of the PGA of America's 41 sections.
The Mid-Atlantic PGA is unique because we've really been entrenched in the governance of the national PGA for such a long time.
From the ranks of the Middle Atlantic section leadership, 3 individuals rose to the presidency of the PGA of America. As the head professional at Burning Tree Club, Max Elbin not only served United States presidents, he served as president of the PGA of America from 1966 through 1968.
Max Elbin was a fantastic leader within the Mid-Atlantic PGA, but also on the national scene, being able to help the PGA of America navigate through the split with the PGA Tour and keep the integrity for the club professionals to be the leaders in the business and the game of golf.
Just a few years later, Bill Clark, the head professional at Hillendale Country Club, was elected president of the PGA of America, serving from 1973 through 1974.
I think the PGA member owes both Max Elbin and Bill Clark a huge thank you for what they were able to do, being able to keep the PGA Championship and the Ryder Cup under the purview of the PGA of America, because we all know how important that is to our ability to go ahead and impact the game in a positive way.
Clark's protege followed in his footsteps and ascended to the presidency of the PGA of America when Alan Ranowski served from 2011 through 2012.
Alan is our bridge from the past to current.
The mentoringship from some of the leadership with the Bill Clarks and Max Elvins and the Hank Majewskis and Tony Marlowe's was just outstanding.
Obviously, Alan learning from Bill Clark, Max Elbin, Bill Strasbaugh, some of the legends, gave him, I think, not only the ability, but also the confidence to be able to lead the association.
The only national award the PGA of America bestows on an individual that bears the name of one of its members is the Bill Strasbaugh Award, honoring Columbia Country Club's legendary PGA head professional.
If there's a model PGA professional, it's Bill Strasbaugh.
The legacy of Bill Strasbaugh is in his nickname, Coach. He coached players, but he coached PGA professionals. He mentored PGA professionals into that next job.
Bill always felt the importance for the club to find the right professional.
His shaping of the Mid-Atlantic PGA is still felt today.
Mid-Atlantic has always been a leader of employment and club relations, and that goes back to Bill Strasbaugh, Max Elbin, and all the ones before us. The number of assistants that have moved up and on, there's hundreds across the country that Bill Strasbaugh and that group of leaders really produced. To this day, it's a pretty amazing tree.
There were other renowned professionals that launched the celebrated history of great players to emerge from the Middle Atlantic PGA.
We go down the list and go back to the old days of Sam Steen and Chandler Harper. It's as well had been an administrative section, it's also been a playing section.
The players that have come out of the Mid-Atlantic section are storied players with major championship experience, with National Players of the Year, National Club Professional Champions.
Many of the section's best players have represented the United States on an international stage as members of the PGA and Women's PGA Cup teams. And since 2009, 4 section members have earned National PGA of America Player of the Year honors.
Recently, we've had 3 National Club Pro champions in David Hutzel, Wayne DeFrancisco, and Chip Sullivan. So the playing culture has been very important.
PGA Professional National Champion.
We have a very strong section with many great facilities that open their doors to us, and that's part of what helps us create such a great tournament program.
And many of those great venues have witnessed legends of the game capture major championship glory.
We have a great slate of very good golf courses in our section that are able to host major championships. Women's majors, men's majors, senior majors, PGAs, US Opens. It's really been incredible, the number of majors.
Every time there's a major event in our region, we all benefit. There's a buzz about the game of golf, and the enthusiasm for the game increases.
We have the Senior PGA Championship returning to Congressional this year in 2025. It takes a lot, obviously, to host a major championship. A great commitment by the membership of the club, and the fact that our section opens our doors to those majors is it's something to be very proud of.
The Middle Atlantic PGA consists of more than 1,200 members and associates in Maryland, Virginia, and the District of Columbia, along with small portions of Pennsylvania and West Virginia.
Well, it is very unique for its proximity to Washington, D.C., and the amount of military that we serve.
We're the nation's capital. Every day at all the clubs, there's men and women that have served our country that we interact with. We teach them golf. You know, it's just men and women that just started at their club, you know, getting veterans together on a Tuesday and having some coffee and let's hit some balls, to growing into PGA Hope.
PGA Hope recently has really kind of flourished in our section. We're the #1 section in terms of number of chapters of Hope, 28 chapters throughout the Mid-Atlantic section.
To see the success stories of military players through the Hope program that graduate, that talk about how it saved their lives, that talk about how they've found a new career in golf because of PGA Hope.
Literally, our pros every day are raising money for charities one way or the other, whether it's for PGA Hope, which is a PGA program, or just all the charity pro-ams at their courses. We did a survey at one point. It exceeded $6 million in 1 year in terms of monies raised for charities.
Our section really has a huge focus on player development, and the fact that we dedicate funds and give out grants to our members to be able to improve their programs and help them support their programs so that they can grow at the club level, which is ultimately going to help grow the game in the region and across the country.
For 100 years, the Middle Atlantic PGA and its dedicated professionals have fostered the growth and enjoyment of golf throughout the region, while managing hundreds of facilities that serve golfers every day and supporting their communities by giving back through tireless charitable efforts.
In the Mid-Atlantic PGA, there's a culture that it's important that we nurture the next generation.
Learning from those that preceded me really kind of instilled a sense of pride, because we wanted that legacy to continue. We wanted the section to continue to thrive and succeed.
The history of just growing the game, mentorship, past leaders, the importance of club relations. You have young men and women that have taken the ball from previous professionals and have continued from their foundation and just building a stronger section every year.
MAPGA section, this is Danny McCarthy here. Congrats on your 100-year anniversary. It's unbelievable. It's so impressive. Those are the tournaments that I grew up playing. It was a huge stepping stone for me to get where I am today. And if it weren't for those tournaments and that section growing up, I wouldn't be where I am. So thanks for everything you guys do, and congrats.
Congratulations to the Middle Atlantic PGA on 100 years of making a profound impact on the game. It's where I grew up and learned to love the sport, and I'm proud to call the section my home. The Middle Atlantic PGA professionals are the section's heart and soul, who have worked tirelessly since its founding to make it a game everyone can love. A big salute to all of you on this milestone, and here's looking to another 100 years of greatness.